How did you recharge your batteries? How did you do it?
Well, I moved to New York and I started a recording studio with a couple of friends and we started a label together, record label. So I started A&Ring, I started producing like younger bands, and then I started playing with A Perfect Circle, and yeah, and that's just kind of how it's been for a while. And I just maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I started feeling really motivated to do my own record again.
How come?
I think for a while I just needed new inspiration. I was writing very similar sounding songs to my first record, and I wanted this record to be more representative of me as a musician and person. So I wanted to have more electric sounds, more experimental sounds on this record than on the first record. And not having a label or a manager, I just kept pushing the deadline in my mind back farther and farther, and worked on it till I was, happy with it. And it just took a really long time.
How many songs did you have? Because there are 11 songs on the album. How many songs did you have?
I don't know. I mean, there were songs that didn't get used. I would demo some. I would start recording some songs and then feel like they weren't happening. So, there's a bunch of them. I don't know.
So not like say 40 songs. And
no. Maybe maybe there was like 5 or 6 that didn't work out, but I don't know. Maybe more too, but not like 20 or 30 songs.
Yeah. How do you look back on your first solo album in 1998? Let it come down.
I like it. I think it was definitely reactionary to being in a big rock band, that I wanted to do something the opposite, make something like songwriter, like more acoustic. And I like it, but I feel like it's kind of like one sort of sound. So when I did this new record, I wanted there to be more electric stuff, more experimental stuff, like using keyboards and different kinds of songwriting. So I like it. I wish it was more representative, I guess.
First album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you worked together with many people on this album. Specific reason, or? Yeah, that's good. Fine, yeah. Well, you worked together with many people on this album. Any specific reason why you work with certain persons, or?
I guess, because this record took a long time to make, I had the luxury of just sort of asking friends and people that my co-producer Nathan Larson and I liked to sort of guest on the record and just try some things. So it was, some people we had specific ideas, and some people we were just happy to have them come in and see if they could make something happen. And it was pretty casual and kind of organic, the way a lot of the guests are on the record.
How did you get to work with Nina Persson from the Gargans?
She's married to my co-producer Nathan Larson, so that was easy to to ask her. And she's a friend. She's great. She's smart, funny, very musical, and she's got a great voice. And so it was very easy. I just sent her a couple tracks, and she just came down and had these great ideas.
For you, because it's been 14 years since your previous album, how important is it for you to release an album nowadays?
It's pretty important, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time and work and energy that you have to put out there. Excuse me. It should be worth it if you're going to go out there in the world and promote and play these songs. So I put a lot of time and energy into it.
The album is called Look to the Sky. Any specific reason? The first album was called let it come down.
Right. Yeah. I didn't think of it that way, but I went through all the lyrics on the record. I wrote them all out, and I just sort of like picked out my favorite phrases from lyrics on the record, and that was one of them. And I thought it had a nice feeling that it was like a directive, and that it kind of tied into some of the other lyrics in the record, like kind of elemental things about like earth and sky, and some of it is used as metaphors and some isn't. And so I thought it had a good feeling to it.
Is it something that you're really into? I mean, earthly and nature? And
Yeah, with I guess with the risk of sounding like a hippie, yeah, you know, I think there's like drama in a lot of the natural world, like just, I mean, if you look at the sky and it's just like you realize how small you are on the planet, and how, you know, big, you know, the world is, and how dramatic it can be. I like that idea.
is it true? Because I read through your life, and I read some parts. It's true that the last 10 years that you're maybe more focused on Japan, or because of your background, or were you also more into Japan when you were younger?
No, I haven't really thought about it that way. I have a friend from Japan he was my roommate in Chicago, and we have a clothing line that we do together in Japan, so I've gone there a lot. Just kind of opportunities just have come up from Japan. If somebody would have called me from Amsterdam with a film or something, I would probably be in Amsterdam more. It just opportunities came up from Japan. And I was happy, you know, they were all really good things. The films that I've worked on, the clothing line I've worked on, they're all really great people. So I guess that's why that's happened.
Do you feel more connected to Japan because of your background, or?
I'm very American, unfortunately. But yeah, I do feel some connection.
Yeah, because this album was released first in Japan.
That was more just because an A&R person who finally got me going to really finish the record. She had followed me for years and wanted this record from me, and so she kind of hounded me about when's it going to be done. I was like, oh, probably next year. When's it going to be done? Oh, maybe 6 months from now. And I finished it, and I was trying to get a record deal in the States, and it just took longer. So it just came out in Japan first.
Well, the first song from you, the first single is "To Who Knows Where."
Yeah.
What's that song about?
I think it's kind of like an atmospheric kind of rock kind of track, and it's sort of like about lyrically, like maybe finding like the perfect moment. Just like great, like perfect moments in your life, but they're knowing that they're kind of here for just a short while and then they go away. So it's appreciating it, and also kind of feeling like maybe a little sad about that.
Was the last time you've had that feeling?
Oh God. Actually, the other night on tour was really fun. Like, the show was really good, and everybody was having such a great time, and it was like one of those bonding tour moments. I was like, oh, this is great. Having fun in Paris and on tour again. That was a good moment.
What song is the line from "Look to the Sky"?
In the first song on the album.
Make Believe. What is that? Can you picture this?
What's the lyric? Look to the sky, there's 1,000 stars. You're running so fast, you're never that far. I guess it's sort of like a little vignette of an idea of like kind of like characters in a movie. just like two people and sort of like chasing something or coming towards each other, but I don't know. I kind of pictured some kind of scene out of a movie, but there's kind of like things about where they are and like the scene that's set. So it's just like a little, I guess, a scene out of a movie in my mind.